Good afternoon, everyone. It's been a little while. So today, I wanted to talk a little bit about uh, what everybody's doing in December. This time of the year, um, it brings on a certain mood. So imagine it's Monday morning. Just imagine. I know it's not, but imagine it's Monday morning. You're back at your desk. You've got a coffee that's already gone cold again. Your inbox is flooded. Your to-do list is bursting, and somehow it feels like you're working non-stop, but actually getting nowhere. So if that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Most service-based businesses and business owners feel stuck in this kind of reaction mode, putting out fires, without any time to think about what's going to happen tomorrow, let alone what's going to happen next quarter or the next half or even by the end of the year. So here's the kicker. Businesses that grow don't get lucky, they get deliberate. And what does that mean? That means they get a plan. What separates businesses that grow steadily from those that stay stuck is they reflect, they look ahead, and they set clear goals. I'm Kat, I'm the founder of CKG Marketing, and I'm putting back the MeWow in marketing. Today, I'm going to show you just a few things, just a few, three things really, three things about how you can do the same thing and get that growth that you're looking for, just with very achievable and repeatable steps that can take you from overwhelmed to opportunity. But before we do that, let me just first clarify why this matters. Why does this matter, Kat? What's the point? So growth isn't an accident, it's a process. And that process starts with three crucial steps, and they always start in here. They don't start with a to-do list, right? So they start with three key things. First, reflection. Second, forward thinking. And third, goal setting. And here's why this matters. Businesses that reflect on their progress are 40% more likely to achieve their goals. 40% more likely to achieve their goals. Businesses that set clear, measurable goals are 10 times more likely to hit them. And most business owners spend 95% of their time doing work, client work, admin, firefighting, reacting, but it's actually the 5% of time spent on reflecting, forward thinking, and goal setting that creates the most growth. So if you've ever felt stuck or unsure on what to focus on, or like your business is running you instead of you running it, this is your way forward. Listen up. So these are the three kind of tips and tools that I suggest. So the first one is about reflection, looking back before you look ahead. There's a surprising fact that most businesses don't actually fail because of bad decisions. They fail because of no decisions. And you can't make better decisions unless you reflect on your past journey. So reflection isn't about reliving mistakes. It's not about blame. It's about learning from them. When you pause and you reflect and you see what's working and what's not, and where the opportunities lie in between, that's what it's all about. So here are three simple questions. I like questions. 3 simple questions to kickstart your reflection process. So the first one is, what are the 3 biggest wins from the last 90 days? I mean, pick a period that you want to look back on. Try not to like overwhelm yourself with looking back on an entire year. Try and kind of keep it manageable. Look back, 90 days and then perhaps, or 30 days, depending on what how busy you've been. Secondly, think about one thing you wish you'd done differently. What's that one thing I wish I'd done differently? Certainly know I've made some decisions and they've not come out the way I've thought that they would, and I've wished that I had made a different decision. So think about what you could have done differently. And then the third thing is, what's the biggest challenge that you're facing? So notice that none of these questions are about blame. None of these are about, like reliving any mistakes. They're about growth. They move you from why didn't this work to how can I make this better next time? And some tools that I use for reflection are a weekly 15-minute check-in. I have a check-in with my coach every Friday. We look over our wins. I suggest you do a 15-minute every Friday. Note down at least one win. It's really important to actually focus on the wins, even if you are, even if it's you, I don't know, manage to do a load of laundry or whatever it is that is the thing that moves you forward. Sometimes when what I love is baking. If I've managed to bake in the week, that's a win for me. Everybody's got a thing, right? It doesn't have to be necessarily, all of the sales or all of the, the growth and the building for the business. Sometimes even, especially certain weeks of certain, times in the period can be more challenging than others to get those kind of business, hard wins. So look wider if you're struggling. One win at least, one challenge, and one action for the next week that you want to take forward. This is such a powerful habit to build. Then look back 30 days. At the end of every month, review the patterns of the wins and the losses and the surprises and the challenges and you'll find that this kind of builds momentum over time. You'll start to see patterns. And if you do this consistently, you'll stop chasing your tail and actually start to see the patterns in your business that help you plan ahead. And reflection really helps you figure out what's worth your time and what's not worth your time. So then the second thing is looking ahead. So the power of intentional visioning. If you're driving a car, you don't stare at the dashboard. I mean, okay, sometimes we do because there's nav there, but not staring at the dashboard. You look ahead at the road. It's the same in business. If you only focus on what's right in front of you, you stay stuck in urgent reactive mode. But if you pause to look 3, 6, 12 months ahead, you see where the road is actually going and where it's taking you, and you can steer towards the destination or the purpose that aligns with you. And here are 3 powerful questions to guide your look ahead process. So first of all, if I could achieve one thing in the next 90 days, pick a period. 90 days is my preferred period. So pick, one thing in the next 90 days that if you could achieve that, what would that be? The second one is, what needs to change in your business for that goal to happen? Okay, how to facilitate you actually achieving that thing. And if you could cut 20% of your workload, what would you stop doing? Okay, so focus on those 3 questions. The tools for forward thinking that I use are a 90-day sprint. So I choose a big goal for a 90-day period, and I break that down into 3 clear monthly milestones. And then the next task or the next sort of tool I use is a future you letter. Now I like to do this at this time of year where I sit down with myself and I project myself. After I've done all of these exercises, I project myself 12 months ahead and I write a letter to myself about describing how my business looks 12 months from now. It needs to be really, really specific about revenue, about clients, about team members, about everything, about how my lifestyle works. I've put lifestyle, goals in there. Just, even family related relationships, all sorts of different things that I've put in that letter that I can then open in 12 months time and see how close I got to the mark. Looking ahead gives you something that most businesses and business owners don't have. It's a sense of control. Instead of reacting, you're leading. So the third thing is goal setting. Clarity is super important. Clarity over complexity. Making your goals super clear. We've reflected, we've looked ahead. Now it's time to actually bridge the gap with clear, simple, and actionable goals, SMART goals. Here's where most people go wrong. They set goals like, I want more clients. I want to grow my business. Sorry, I'm shifting because my legs have gone dead. I'm crouching on the floor. So they want, they make goals that are really quite bland, not specific, vague. But they are not goals. Those are dreams or wishes. So here's how to set some real goals that will actually stick. First, break it down. Turn your 90-day vision into 3 smaller monthly chunks. Okay? Make those measurable. Use numbers, not words. So I want 3 new clients in this quarter. I want 10% increase in revenue in this quarter. Make it super specific. Third, keep it visible. Write it down. I know some people paint it on their walls, put it on wallpaper, plaster it all over the place. Wherever you look, near your desk, beside your bed, wherever it is that you see it, it actually makes there's science behind you seeing what those goals are. It's called the reticular activation system. If you don't know what that is, I highly recommend you Google it. So write it down, keep it somewhere where you can see it every single day, and and do take time to look at it. So the tools that I use for goal setting, those are very, really simple. I use a goal tracker. It's basically a table with columns on it, and I put all my goals, my deadlines, and the progress, and then I review that on a weekly or sometimes bi-weekly basis, and I check to see how I'm tracking on those goals. And the second tool I use is an accountability buddy. So my coach is my accountability buddy. Sarah Jones is my coach, and we find time a couple of times a week, quite a few times a week, to check in with each other and make sure that we're tracking on our goals. We share our goals with each other, and we make sure we keep each other accountable to those goals. When your goals are specific and simple and visible, you don't have to find motivation. Your reticular activation system will kick in, and it will, those goals will find you. It's amazing how this works. Okay, this is something that I've been reading a lot about. It does work. So here's the truth. Most businesses stay stuck because they don't make time for reflection or forward thinking and goal setting. But imagine this. Imagine it's 12 months from now and you're not guessing anymore. You're not chasing after clients or hoping they'll find you. You're following a clear path with a steady stream of work coming in. And that is the power of reflection forward thinking, and goal setting. It's not magic. I'm telling you, there's science behind it. It is them. So here's my challenge to you. Take 30 minutes this week to reflect on the past 90 days or a period of your choice. Set one clear goal for the next 90 days and write down 3 actions that you'll take to achieve that goal. Make it smart. And if you want help with this, I would love it if you would book a session with me or book an insight call with me. Ping me, message me, comment below this live. I'll get hold of you. I would love to have a chat with you. Complimentary 45-minute insight call, and we can talk through this process together. I can give you an insight into my MeWow marketing blueprint, which is the simple step-by-step system for growth that I use for all my clients, and you'll leave with more ideas than and you'll have a plan, So feel free to book a free insight call with me, and let's turn your overwhelm into opportunity. So to close, your business doesn't grow by accident. No business does. It grows with a plan. And that plan is built with these 3 simple steps: reflection, forward thinking, and goal setting. So start today, and in 12 months, you'll be amazed at how far you've come. Thanks for listening today, everyone. I'll see you next time.